Hello and welcome to the C sharp minor melodic scale. C sharp minor is the relative minor to E major, which means they both have the same key signature. 4 sharps: F sharp, C sharp, G sharp and D sharp. Now to make matters more complicated, we're going to add that high 6th and 7th note to it. And the high 6 would be A sharp, high 7th note would be a B sharp. Now, do you remember that B and C is a natural semitone? Yeah? I'll show you. On the G string, B and C are two fingers that are against each other. Yeah? Now, if I have a B sharp, I have to move my second finger a semitone up, which now means that B sharp sounds like C. Now it sounds the same, it isn't the same thing, it sounds the same, yeah? So in this scale we're going to have a B sharp. Now let's find our first note, the C sharp, because there's two ways to get there. Either we're going to use half position or a high first position. I'll show you both ways, you pick whichever one you want. Yeah, so the lowest note we have on the violin usually is G, but there's G sharp at the key signature, so we have a low first finger, G sharp. First time, I'm going to stay in low first position, so half position. Yeah, so we have G sharp, followed by A sharp, that's a tone away, followed by B sharp, which, as we just discovered, sounds the same as C. So again, that's a tone away. And then we want C sharp, but preferably we want it with the third finger. So then we're going to move our entire hand a semitone up. Notice that my thumb follows, all my fingers follow. And that's how we end up on C sharp. That's one of the ways of getting to C sharp, at least. The alternative way is to follow a different kind of logic, and we go just to a high first position instead. And we have G sharp, remember? And A is normally played with the first finger, right? So I'm going to do my A sharp also with the first finger. So now I have to move my entire hand an entire tone up to that A sharp. So we had G sharp, that's my A sharp, then that is followed by the B sharp, and then finally we get to C sharp. Yeah, so you have a choice to either have a low first finger and then do 3-3 to go from B sharp to C sharp, or you can go from G sharp first finger to A sharp first finger and then just continue building as you would. Yeah? Good. We finally found our first note, so take your pick, but it should sound something like this. Yeah? Now, let's run through all the possible notes. C sharp, followed by D sharp, high 4, E natural, now a series of sharps, yeah, F sharp, G sharp, high 4 for A sharp, and now the next note is that B sharp. Now look at what my first finger does. Right now there's space between all my fingers, it's full spread. I'm going to bring my first finger closer to my second, so the second stays where it is, and I'm going to move it to the next string. And that is where my B sharp is going to be. And then we go to C sharp. Now, the next octave, because it's incomplete, we can't reach all the way to C sharp. Charles Berriot has decided to stick to the natural tones, ignoring the high a 6th and 7th note. That is because musically it makes more sense. So I'm giving you both versions of the higher octave. Yeah, so I'm first going to follow the high 6th and 7th. Now you're going to notice that we stop just a semitone short of the end of the scale. So we have C sharp, followed by D sharp, followed by E. And if everything is alright, that should sound the same as the open E. Yeah, so far so good. F sharp, so that means normal first. Then we have G sharp. And then usually if you would keep going up, you would have an A sharp and a B sharp. But that wants to lead to C. And we run out of fingers, so you can either extend your hand, or you can just admit that you can't reach it yet because it's in second position, which is something we will learn later. And in order for it not to sound too awkward, he has decided to, instead of going for a full spread on the E string, to go for natural A, M, B, and turn back on, as always, on that 4th finger on the E string. So musically it does make more sense, even though this time it seems really unlogical. Anyway, this is all the notes. Yeah. Now, if you've done the E major scale, then you'll remember they have a 3-beat down bow. We had 1, 2, 3 with a 1-beat up bow. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is the relative minor, so he sticks to the same theme, but he reverses it. Now the down bow is the 1-beat note, and the up bow is going to be the 3-beat note. So we're going to end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, fast, slow, 3, 4, fast, slow, 3, 4. Yeah? Now that is invariably going to lead to a bit of an accent on the down bow. It's okay. Later on, if we start talking about points of contact and bow, well, dynamics and bow pressure and all these kind of things, you will learn how to manipulate this. The logic is, to me at least, a composer knows that if they write a repetitive rhythm like this, you're most likely going to end up with an accent on a downbeat. So it's okay to have a bit of an accent on the downbeat, because the composer, if they know what they're doing, they will know the accent is going to be there. So enjoy the accent right now, and later on I'll teach you how to manipulate things so it evens both notes out a bit. But that's in a later chapter, so don't worry about that for now. Anyway, we're going to slowly play our way through C sharp minor. One of the most confusing scales we've done so far, so I'll help you find your C sharp. So I'm going to use the half position this time, so low first, that's G sharp, followed by a low second, which is an A sharp, followed by a normal third, which is not C but B sharp, and then we go a semitone up with our entire hand and we end up on C sharp. Yeah, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. B sharp. F sharp. G sharp. Prepare high 4. A sharp. Prepare the high first finger now. B sharp. And C sharp. D sharp. turn to A natural. Prepare. Natural B. Prepare A natural. Open. Prepare D sharp, so full split. That's it. I know it's a little bit confusing with having an A sharp and a B sharp, and the entire finding of the first note is also a bit confusing. But the more correct you are in preparation of that first note and the building, the faster you'll understand how things fit together. So yes, a lot of new information. B sharp, again, confusing note. It's not a C, it is a B sharp. It does sound the same. But a G sharp and an A flat also sounds the same, and they're different things. Yeah, so just practice the finger patterns. It's complicated. It's the biggest challenge yet, including the bowing, fast, slow, plenty of things to look at. When you start getting a grasp of what's going on, do play with the accompaniment. It does make more sense. And of course, we're going to speed this up. Plenty of challenges to come here. Yeah, take care. I'll see you there. Bye.